Hey y'all. Hey, this morning. Well, I'm sick this morning, but this is one of those uh streams where we speak on where we're speaking on the uh financial health and wealth of us out here. Well, this weekend, right? Not this weekend. What happened this weekend or this week was I plan to do all my normal every week activities, right? Plan to do all of those activities. But on Thursday, right? On Thursday, this week, I took a shot. And when I took that shot made me ill, right? The shot made me ill. And it was I took a what was it? It was shoot, I can't even think. I mean, not ill this weekend. My body has been off adjusted. Well, let me just tell you, I took one of those uh weight loss shots. One of the weight loss shots. I took one of those. No, one of the weight loss shots on Thursday. Thursday, I was fine. Everything was fine. Of course, everything was fine. And then I woke up at around 2 o'clock in the morning on Friday morning, and I had cramps. I was having Charlie horses all throughout my legs. Charlie horses. So if anybody knows what a Charlie horse was, it wasn't Ozempic. Anybody knows what a Charlie horse is? Uh, you know that stuff is like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You put something on it, it don't work. But see, these ones that happened to me made me not be able to. It was 2 o'clock in the morning. Made me not be able to sit down. Made me not be able to do anything. And I was walking around here like Fred Sanford for about 3 hours because I couldn't get rid of it. It would just bounce from my thigh to my calf, back up to my thigh to my knee. It just bounced everywhere, and so I was in pain. So it was the side effects. So all weekend long, reason why I didn't get on the show is because I can't sit. I can't sit very long because if I sit very long, the cramps will come back to my legs. So I've been drinking a lot of water. I done took, 8 bananas in the morning. People say eat bananas, salt, a pinch of salt, uh, drink a lot of water. I went and got some shit. What the hell are those pills? Oh, potassium and that potassium pills. I went and got those. So this is what's been happening to me with me. So right now I have pain. Okay. So I have pain. Like I still have Charlie horses, right? But they're if I move the wrong way or I do something wrong, they'll come back. So that's what's been happening to me. So I couldn't sit still uh and do the show with Mr. Walker and Mr. Gavin because I would have been up and down from the pain. So this morning I have been up and down. I've been trying to sit, stand up, not get a Charlie horse, not whatever. So this is both legs. I swear to God, I ain't been in so much pain. I ain't been in so much pain in all my life. I was like, this has got to be this got to be the reaction because I haven't had it before. So, salt, a pinch of salt, banana every morning for the past 2 days, and then touch salt. I mean, it messed up my whole. I mean, it messed up my whole weekend. It messed up the whole Friday, Saturday. It messed it all up. And Friday, that's all I did was lay down and try to make sure I didn't get any Charlie horses. That's what Friday was. But that day, all throughout the day, I was getting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, right? One back and forth, back and forth. Now, right now, I have them in my right now I have them very lightly in my arm, very, very lightly in my arm. Okay. So that's why I wasn't on the show last night and I wasn't doing anything. I was able to make my own little, stuff, presentations, but that was, that's just for a small amount of time, right? So hopefully today I'm feeling okay where I won't get these kind of things. But anyway, that was a part of my wellness. This is a part of my wellness journey. That might be not a part of it, right? I mean, and that was to regulate, that was to regulate some of my body weight. People say I don't need to lose weight. I just need to tone, right? To tone. So I was going to do that in order to lose some of the excess, you know, layers or build or whatever. I mean, I don't know what I thought. So, and I'm paying cash for these shots. So I'm like, okay, well, let's do this thing, and it'll happen. But that is the part of the fitness journey that I was going on. I couldn't I'm moving my legs. I'm trying to straighten them out, and I can feel like the Charlie horse wanting to come back in the top of my thighs. So I have to wait till this gets out of my system in order for me to to be okay. So anyway, that was a part of the fitness journey. So now I know I cannot go down that road. I cannot go down that road, in order to get more fit, right? Pickle juice. Ugh, I hate pickles. I hate pickles with a passion. Mm. But it might be the route. All the things that I've taken so far, I've drank 4 things of water, 4 things of, the water every day, plus the potassium pill, plus the, once a day, once a day, no stomach cramps. I haven't gotten those, but only slightly did I get a little slight cramp, slight. So this is why I wasn't on the show. So anyway, that's a part of the journey that I'm taking. It's a part of the journey that we take. We live and we learn. We live and we learn, right? Even at 50, I can live and learn, figure some shit out, right? So this is what we have done so far with the financial and weight health. What I've done financially. So y'all know, this is the book, right? This is the book that got all the credit cards in it. Credit card, it's got all the credit cards in it. So I told you all last week, I took all of the credit cards and then I dumped all of those onto one credit card because that limit is like 50,000. So I dumped all of those onto that credit card. Hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button, please. So we did that. So, and I know the interest rate for that is 18%. So what else have I done? Okay. I have tried to stop going to the store every day. Stop going to the store every day and buying something to eat. That means going to the grocery store and buying a thing and then fixing it. So I'm learning to plan, and we can all learn to plan to, our food. I really want to go vegan. That's what I really want to do, but I'm afraid to go vegan because I don't really understand what that concept means. I want to be able to eat everything but meat, right? So I don't know what that's called, ovo vegetarian. I'm not really sure, but I want to do that. So we're gonna try. So instead of just saying I'm gonna be a hard no for meat, I'm going to cut it out or try to cut it out. or try to cut it down to a small minimum. Eat more the vegetables, eat more of the other things. See, this is a work in progress. Seeing as how yesterday, what did I eat? Yesterday I had 2 meals because I couldn't really concentrate on that. I had to concentrate on the body, concentrate on trying to get this body back together. And I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe hopefully I don't have this spasms, these Charlie horse forever. That was the worst pain I ever had. I swear to God, I didn't know how to stop it. And it's still rough and ready to come back. So, vegetarian, there's different types. I didn't know there was different types. I didn't know that, right? Because every time you go and eat a salad, you got to put something on it. There's chicken, there's cheese, there's chicken, cheese, eggs, all kinds of stuff on the vegetarian salad, on a salad, right? So I want to be able to go into the store and buy vegetarian stuff. I never did like to cook, which is half the problem anyway. Because if you don't like to cook, I know how to cook, I hate to cook. So if you don't like to cook, it's very hard for you to say, hey, I'm going to be a vegetarian. That's what I'm saying. But it depends on what type of vegetarian you are. I mean, I was reading that there's different types of vegetarian. Some vegetarians still eat meat. Some vegetarians still eat eggs. See, but I want to be a part of that group that eases off meat. If you can ease off meat. But it seems like such a dull and boring world that would put you in it where you wouldn't be able to eat meat, right? So I think it's called an over vegetarian who eats, there you go. Over vegetarian that eats a vegetable, is a vegetarian, but they still do eat eggs. So I'm thinking of going that route. And hopefully we get healthier and healthier by eating the fresh vegetables. Like right now, I haven't eaten since yesterday. I want to say around 7 p.m. And I probably won't eat anything until maybe 1. No, maybe 2. Who knows? I don't know. Or maybe between now and 1, right? So I have to figure out what I want to put in that diet because we are very unhealthy. And this is not, I'm not trying to start a vegetarian type deal. I'm just thinking, what do we do? But anyway, food, and that's a whole nother story. It's a whole nother life. But anyway, the financial health. Now, if you find out whether you're underwater in your finances. You can be underwater in your finances, like you don't own nothing, but you paying a mortgage, you paying a condo, you paying credit cards. And you could be over or extended underwater with what you have. I am I'm only underwater with the credit cards. Everything else, I'm good to go. But it was just too much spending on the credit cards, right? So I had not torn up the credit cards yet. So I went through them. And the ones I want to throw, I went through them. But I didn't cut them up yet. I didn't cut them up. You know why I didn't cut them up? Because I had to go through all of the credit cards and then find out which ones I had balances on and which ones I didn't have balances on. And then when they were going to hit me with a monthly fee, if that's the case, and I think I only have one credit card in which there's a monthly fee, the rest of them don't, right? So all in all, I looked at it and I said, okay, I can close. And I looked at them and I said, I can close 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow. 6. And 7. 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so far I can close around 11 credit cards that won't give me any kind of headache. Won't give me with me closing. See, I'm easing into that financial world of losing the stuff. I mean, I got Target, Sam's, Lowe's business. I got and I've never used the Lowe's business. I got regular Lowe's. I use the regular Lowe's credit card. I have the Walmart credit card, a Bean credit card. I mean, I have all sorts of credit cards. So I decided out of all those credit cards, and I'm assuming that I have like 40 something, 50 something, that I'm going to close 10. 11 credit card. What do you mean 11? I got 40, 50. Wait a minute. 3, 6. That's 10. That's 13, 16, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 5, 26, 7, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. These are all the credit cards I have in my wallet. Just be having them in my wallet. These are the credit cards that I leave at home that I may or may not need. But I keep these in my wallet. Okay. So we looking at about 40 some credit card. No. It depends on when you close those credit cards. If you got it first before, no, I don't have any secure. Hell no, I don't got no secured. All that them credit cards are like those limits. I have limits like up to 50,000. Okay, so when you close the credit cards, you got to call the credit. When you want to close credit card, you call the credit card company up that you want to close the card to, and then you make sure you don't have a balance. You make sure that they're not going to secretly charge you a balance when you close. Don't ever close a credit card when you have a balance. It will destroy your credit. So you got to make sure that you have paid that credit card off before you close it. Okay. So most of these credit cards that I have to close, they don't have any kind of balances, they're not giving me a balance during the week. I mean, during the month. There's maybe one that gives me that I pay a balance every month. And some of these have yearly fees. Like take, for example, my American Express. I had like 7 of those, right? So I had 7 American Express. So I closed them. I had the plum card, the green card, the 3 major credit cards, and the ones at the beginning of that. I had all of those credit cards, all of them. So I closed all of those except the green card. And then I still have the plum card. I still have the I forgot what it's called. It's the 2 blue cards, business and 2. So I kept 2 personal and 2 business, right? From the American Express. So you never know when you need the American Express, right? So don't close those credit cards if they got a balance. Always pay the balance off first. And then once you pay it off and it's registered that it has been paid, then you close that credit card off immediately before they charge you a monthly fee, right? And it depends on how much credit you have too. Like take for example, I have like 100 and 150, 160. No, I have like $230,000 in credit. $230,000 in credit, right? Because I know for a fact 3 of those cards are like $50,000 a piece. So I have like $207,000 worth of credit. If I was to close the 3 cards that are $150,000 a piece or $50,000 a piece, that would and I owed money on the other credit cards, any money on the credit, I would devastate my credit. I would devastate my credit. Okay. So I have to know when so when I take these credit cards and I close them, I'm going to close the ones that uh give me least impact. And I'm going to close 2 at a time, not all at once, because it's all will hit my credit report, and then now I'll lose I'll lose the leverage of having that many credit cards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close 2 per month. This is a journey for the whole year, right? This is a journey for the whole year. So the ones I don't use them, I don't use. What don't I use? Okay, for example, I have the Kohl's. I never open that Kohl's card up, and I never and I don't think I've ever used this card from Target, right? So those are probably going to be the first ones that I close, saying as how I don't use. But then you really want, and then it depends on if they give you a monthly fee. If they charge you a monthly fee, close those first. Okay. You would close those first, because the monthly fee is key, because it's costing you more money. And depending on the credit card and its interest rate, you would close that card if it has a high interest rate as well, whether they charge you every month or whether the interest rate is high. That would depend on what you close first. I've been playing this credit card game for years. That's why my credit cards are as high as they are, because I can manage my credit cards. Well, I manage my credit cards well, and the payments. And normally what I would do is I take whatever I owe on the little cards and then put them on the big cards, and then I only have one payment. I'd rather have a $500 payment for my credit card than to have 29, 30, 10, 15, 4, blah, 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 blah. No, I can't do that. I can't keep track because I'll be late on one of them. But I have a spreadsheet. I have a Google spreadsheet that has a listing of all of my credit cards on there. And then, it pops up once a month to show me. I have it where it can pop up once a month to show me what my interest rate is still, what I'm paying, on how much I'm paying. And I found out last year I was paying all these small little this, and this. Okay. I can use just 1 or 2 credit cards, of course. But I use them for certain things. Like I have a Walmart card, a Walmart credit card, not a Walmart regular card. I have a Walmart credit card. So I use that Walmart credit card for food. I use that for the food. And then I have what? Then I have what is it? Then I have a quick card. And I use that for gas, right? I use that for gas. So there's different things that I use my credit card for. I always keep my card, my gas card. Normally I brought my wallet or my card satchel in the house, because I was here to show you what the cards, right? So I normally keep it in the car, my my quick cash card, because I can go into there and I use gas. I can use gas at any time I need to use gas have gas at any time. So you need to have those kind of cards. See, this is someone who has managed credit card. If you can't manage credit cards, I wouldn't recommend you having them, right? But I can manage credit card. I've managed credit cards for years. No, I do all those different. I pay credit card from different accounts. I have 4 different accounts. I have four different banks that I have money in, right? And one account takes care of my mortgage, my car note, and the credit cards that came from that bank, right? Just for example, Chase. I have Chase. I have my mortgage at Chase. I have my car note at Chase. I have my 2 credit cards from Chase. So all of that money goes into that bank to pay those 4 things, right? And then I have Wells Fargo. And on Wells Fargo pays my household stuff, like my electric, gas, water, garbage, stuff like that. And then my third account at Navy Federal pays for my, what is it? I don't know. Recreational stuff. I don't know. Stuff, my investment stuff. That pays for that. Okay. So, and then I never carry cash, which is another thing, which is another way to save money. You don't carry cash. If you carry cash, you're going to spend it. That goes out your hand so quick. You know what I'm saying? That goes out your hand so quick. And then I have another bank in which I put money in it. I save the money. I don't touch the money. I never look at the money. Right. So in order to keep track of all that, I have a spreadsheet. You should have, if you have as many things as that, you would have a spreadsheet. But paying, I mean, it would be ideal, but I used a long time ago when I was kid. I must have been 19, 20 years old. No, 21, 22, something like that. I taught school and I worked at a casino, right? Taught school and worked at a casino. So when I worked at the casino, I learned to not touch money. I hated touching money. It was just too much. It was dirty money. People dirty. You know, people do nasty things with money, put it in a bra, blah, blah, blah. So I learned not to touch money. I learned that I didn't want to touch money, but I was always counting millions of dollars every day. Okay. So me using cash that's not a good thing. I'm not going to turn around. And plus, besides, every time I touch money, I lose it. I just will lose it. So I have different things going from different bank accounts to pay different things. So I never really see a bill, right? And, life insurance goes into another account and this, that, and the third. Just different things that I pay, make sure these things are paid, right? So when I decided I was going to be financially, better, no eating out, no spending excess money to do any of those things. Plan whatever you're going to eat, plan whatever you're going to spend. Okay. No impulse spending, because that's me. I will impulse spend in a minute and won't think nothing of it. But it won't be big stuff. It'll be small stuff, right? It'll be small stuff. Okay. And I pay my balance. It says, Rain says, I only have them to strengthen my credit score. I have certain bills come out of each card and pay our balances. So I don't, I do that too. I do the same thing too, but it's just for one or two. I don't like paying certain things with the credit card. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It just depends, right? But I pay it off totally and completely. That's the big thing. Paying it off totally and completely. If you're trying to build your credit score, you can also pay the credit card off in full every month. You can pay all the bills in it every month from that credit card, but you can also pay it off every month, right? And so I do that also. I do it, just do a certain way. I have a spreadsheet, right? Like I said, I don't utilize my credit cards, the bigger credit cards, unless I want to go on vacation, unless I want to, I have to pay for a plane ticket, or I have to pay for this or pay for that, right? I only utilize those for that. And I know just for example, with the three credit from a certain bank, I have three specific credit cards from a certain bank. Those credit cards are worth like over 150,000. Three credit cards, right? So I know those three credit cards are used for any kind of trips, any kind of major breakdown, and the other one is used for consolidation of, any kind of credit card, right? Yes, it's complex, but it's not that difficult. If you can consolidate your bills, if you can consolidate your credit cards and put them on one credit card. And it just so happened to work for me because I have one credit card that has the 17% interest, and I can put all the other credit cards onto that, and I still have a good rate for a credit card, right? So we learning and we growing. I've been doing this for years, managing the credit, managing the household. I have money directed straight to the bank. So I don't worry about a mortgage being paid. I don't worry about car note being paid. I don't worry about those things being paid, right? So that directly comes out of any funding that I have. And if I have any money or make any money on YouTube, that's a whole nother thing. I just put that towards a payment, towards whatever, right? A payment. So I utilize, going against, leveraging against the bank, use credit card. Credit cards are a good thing if you know how to use those credit cards. If you know how to utilize and leverage those credit cards. It's not a good thing if credit cards scare you. I tell you, don't get any. If you're scared of the getting out of control, don't get any. Get 2 or 3 or make it work. But I find if I just have one credit card, then I'm going to start putting stuff on that one particular credit card, and then that bill, that balance is going to keep going up, and it's going to be easy for me to utilize that one credit card. One credit card maxed out is just as bad as multiple credit cards with balances on it. It's just the same thing. Okay. And so I try to keep it to one credit card. When I say I don't use cash, I mean I don't use physical cash. I use debit cards. I mean, I got plenty of debit cards. I got like 5 debit cards from 4 or 5 different banks, right? All the big banks. I got debit cards from all the big banks. I can debit on whatever. I can go to the store and buy whatever, with the debit cards, right? Because my husband left me he left me in a better financial position. He left me in a good financial position where I was able to springboard off of what, like I said, I told people when my husband died on a Saturday, and then that Thursday, a couple days later, I was given a check for like $22 or $32,000 that he had set up for me. And he had some weird life insurance that I got to pay out like for 3 years after he died. So he set me up financially well. I would have did the same thing to him. I mean, we were doing the same thing with each other. So financially, I'm fine. Like I said, I'm slightly under with the credit card, but that's okay. That ain't no deal breaker, right? Because I get that back or pay that back soon as time. It is what it is. Because I'm always building the credit. I'm always looking for a way to get myself better, okay, or make more money and do what I got to do. Shoot. So it is what it is in that regard. So I'm saying, figure out your credit, figure out your finances. Don't close credit cards. If you got a balance, talk to the people first before you close it. Make sure there's no balances coming in. Make sure you don't have any balances that are outstanding. Pay attention to if you do any kind of transfer from one place to the other, you transfer your balances from one card to the next. Like I said, I happen to have enough credit on a card in order to transfer any monies that I have onto that card or any balances I have on the card and still be able to function and have better credit or good credit, right? Have one gas card. You will be able to keep track of your gas and I keep track of my gas through that one gas card. I never go anywhere. Although I have 2 or 3 different gas cards, I have that one that I like that one the best because it's closer to my house than anything else. I leave the house. That's all I got to do is go 1 mile and I'm at that gas station to make sure my car is filled up. Okay. So financially, this is what I'm doing. I will start to cut up cards. It's the beginning of February. I will start to cut up cards, 1 card per week or 1 per card, 2 cards per week or 2 cards per month to see the effects of cutting the cards off, cutting the cards up. Does it make my score dip a couple points or does it make a difference? So this is an experiment and we're going to try it. We're going to figure out how to close cards. I normally close them. I normally close what I don't use, but it's been years since I did that. So I'm going to try it this year to close all the cards I'm not using. I think Kohl's and Target are going to be the first ones because I've never used either one of those. And I don't know why I got it. I'm just addicted to cards. It just is what it is, but I don't use all of the cards that I got. There's other cards in my wallet that I haven't used either. So I'm going to scope through those and close all the ones that I haven't used. Make sure they don't have a balance first, right? And this is what I'm doing, money-wise, to help myself out money-wise, to help myself not pay extra fees. I also went through, I also went through my TV stuff to make sure that I don't have extra subscriptions to things. I had a Kindle. I went to Amazon. I had Amazon. I had Kindle Unlimited. I had Audible. I had all those. So I had to go through and say, okay, I ain't using this. I ain't using it. I ain't it. So out of 4 or 5, I kept only 2. So that got me about $35, $40 back a month. Boom. Then I went to the TV stuff, Paramount, Netflix, Hulu, all of them. I went through all of them and seen when I last was on there doing something. So out of maybe, I don't know how many I got, 8 or 9. I don't know whether I got 8 or 9, but I 8 or 9 names came up. So I had 8 or 9 names. So I cut off 4 of those. At least 4. So you cut it off to the point where, not where you miss it, but where, if you go look for it, you'll be like, oh, okay, I cut that off. Okay. So this is what I'm doing to save me money, to put more money in my pocket. So, because, I want to put it into a fund. I want to look at on my spreadsheet. My spreadsheet has my bills and my credit cards. It has my subscriptions for TV. It has everything. When stuff is due, when it's not due, blah, blah, blah. So by cutting all of these things off, I'm going to figure out, well, okay, maybe I'm saving $100 a month. $100 a month. $100 a month is food. $100 a month can go on my car bill, on my gas bill, or car gas bill, right? Now me sitting here, it's the cramps are starting to become more prominent. I can feel it. So this is what I'm doing. I'm saying we on a fitness journey. We on the 30-day challenge journey. So I'll be back next week to see what impact it has been financial wise with closing a couple credit cards, seeing what the impact. See, your credit score updates every month, depending on what the activity is. If you have stuff on your credit report that you shouldn't have on there, you should be calling the credit report agency and putting in complaints to do all of that. Everybody should be aware of what's on their credit report. You can get the free credit report from creditkarma.com. You can get your free one. But if you want an intensive one, you can subscribe to the MyFICO and get the free 1 credit report. But if you want all 3 credit reports for free immediately, there's ways to get them free immediately. Sometimes I pay for the $1 and then I get access to all my credit reports and then I work on those and make sure. Right now, I haven't had any lates, any bad, any. All my credit card is good. I just have a lot of credit, right? And of course, I'm in my 50s. Of course, I would have a lot of credit or have had a lot of credit. So that would make sense. But the whole point is to manage that credit so that you're able to do and say. I mean, I could walk out I can get on here and book a trip to freaking Amazon, to the freaking Timbuktu if I want to, and not have to worry about the payment until I got back, right? So I'm saying you want to be in a position where you're not a slave to credit cards, but you use them for emergency use only. Some people say 2 credit cards is cool. I say I have as many as I want because I can manage them. As long as I can manage them, I can have as many as I want. We just got to be able to manage them. So this is our uh, lesson for the day. Don't close credit cards unless you have to, unless you make sure you don't owe any kind of amounts, any money. The ones that have the highest interest rate, close those first. The ones that are you're not utilizing, close those first. Balance transfer if you can. This is the way to work it out. So we're gonna have financial health, food health, health wise. I'm still having spasms. I'm still making my way through. And that's what's been wrong with me this whole weekend is that I wasn't able to sit still for very long. And now I got to get up and walk because I can feel the cramps coming back. Because as I move my leg, it comes even worse. So I will talk to you all later. I have uh, another addressing. It'll be the wife show at 1 o'clock. Uh, is he husband material? And I will see you guys at that time. Thank you for tuning in.